Hello, my name is Donna Edwards, and welcome to Addiction Counselor CEU. Today we're going to be discussing an introduction to family therapy. Currently, the U.S. Census Bureau defines a family as two or more people related by birth, marriage, or adoption and residing together in the same housing unit. In contrast, Gladding defines as family as those persons who are biologically and or physiologically related, whom historically, emotional, or economic bonds connect, and who perceive themselves as a part of a household. Irrespective of their form, all families perform certain functions and have certain responsibilities to its members. It is through the family that character is formed, attachments are developed, and roles are learned, and members are socialized. During the last several decades, we have moved away from the 1950s era definition of a family, i.e., father, mother, daughter, son, and a dog. Among the many family forms in our society today are nuclear family, a core family unit of a husband, wife, and their children or children. Today, the traditional nuclear family is shrinking in number. Single parent family, a family that includes one parent, either biological or adoptive, who is solely responsible for the care of self, a child, or children. The blended family is the remarried or the step family, a family created when two people marry and at least one of them has a child or children. Child-free family is the child-free couples are those who consciously decide not to have children or remain child-free as a result of factors such as infertility or late marriage. Today, child-free families are increasing in number. Gay lesbian family. This type of family is made up of the same-sex couple with or without children. The aging family is an aging family that is defined as one headed by someone at least 65 years old. Then there's the intergenerational family. This type of family is made up of a household that include a child, parent, and grandparent. Irrespective of their own form, all families perform certain functions and have certain responsibilities to its members. This is unlike any other social system. Families perform functions that are rarely replicated in other systems. For example, in many cultures, families are considered to be the preferred arrangement for raising children. It is through the family that character is formed, attachments are developed, and important roles are learned, and members are socialized into how to be participants in their subcultures. As noted in the text, needs are also met by the family. These include Level 1, basic survival, food, shelter, medical care. Level 2, structure and organization, setting limits and safety concerns. Level 3 is space, privacy, access, and boundaries. Level 4 is richness and quality, inner conflict, intimacy, and self-actualization. All families, regardless of their culture, have distinct patterns of relating, decision-making, rules, scripts, and division of roles and labor. The manner of how these functions are implemented and by whom may be influenced by such things as culture, racial identity, social and economic status, and the availability of resources. Let's take a look at the cultural dimensions of families. In the center is the culture. We have attitudes, beliefs, language, customs, rituals, behavior, faith, religion, food, arts, and drama, music. Boundaries are guidelines between people about suitable behavior and responsibilities. The permeable information and interchange easily runs through the family, opposite of rigid. This most common in Western families. Example given, this year we do Xmas gift exchange, next year we don't. Rigid, no interchange. Here is an example. Every year we do Xmas gifts even when no one can afford it. Clear and steady boundaries. Strict hierarchy is usually enforced. Diffused is the lack of clear boundaries. An example can lead to problems with defining who you are as a person. Then there's the enmeshed, the very few boundaries, share everything with each other, interdependent, and do not make decisions without each other. The dating decision made by parents. What are culture considerations when thinking about enmeshed boundaries? Disengaged, identity completely, separate from families, sometimes due to rigid family symptoms. An example could be a divorce or major job change, not shared or discussed between family members. Here let's discuss the developments of families across their life cycles, which describes developmental trends within the family over time, based on models of individual development, but emphasizes the family as a whole. Stage 1 covers signs young adults leaving home. Issues that are likely to bring singles into family therapy include difficulty in emotionally and/or physically separating from one's family of origin, lack of social skills needed to establish significant relationships with others. Stage 2 is the joining of the families through marriage. Overall, this stage is one of the adjustment of and adoption. New couples must learn how to adapt to each other's wishes and requests, which takes time, energy, and the ability to compromise. Not surprisingly, this one of the most likely times for couples to divorce. Issues that are likely to bring young couples into family therapy include the inability to live together as a couple instead of individuals, difficulties with in-laws and/or families of origin, the inability to develop optimal communication patterns, the request of whatever and/or when to have the children. This third stage is the arrival of child alters the couple's lifestyle dramatically. Crucial tasks in caring for an infant is making a lasting bond. Other challenges in the phase include the demands of work, the use of leisure, financial issues. Using issues that are likely to bring young families into therapy include the recognition of family tasks and roles as children are born, issues of parenting young children. The fourth stage are issues that are likely to bring families in this stage into family therapy include conflicts between parents and their adolescent children, stress and pressures related to balancing the care of aging parents with the demands of work and family life. The fifth stage includes the primary task for a family in this phase is to launch the children and move on. While this may be time for couples to rediscover each other and have fun together. It is also a stage which couples may have financial problems, sexual issues, difficulties in dealing with grown children. Issues that are likely to bring families in this stage into family therapy include a sense of loss in regards to one role as a parent, conflict with a child who is having difficulty becoming independent, a sense of frustration or angering regarding the current status of one's marriage and or career. The sixth stage is the family in later life is usually composed of a couple in their final years of employment and or retirement. This stage can last 30 years or more. Major concerns of families at this stage include physical decline, financial issues, the loss of a spouse. Issues that are likely to bring later life families into therapy include the concerns over adjustments to aging, inability to establish satisfactory relationships with adult children and grandchildren, death of a spouse. Each stage in the family cycle involves key adjustments, tasks, and changes that must be met in order for individuals and family as a whole to survive and thrive. Not all families go through all the stages, but difficulties in the stages may bring family to family therapy. Likewise, a family may have difficulty negotiating non-affirmative stressors or stressors coming from external environments and seek assistance to deal with these stressors.